A very good evening to you wherever you are watching us from. My name is Abdulrazak Ali. We have a lot lined up for you. Let's have a look at what we have prepared for you. Somali government receives shipment of medical donation from Italy. Defense Minister inspects military camps after deadly attack. Somali Navy and Coast Guard officers complete training on maritime security. Heavy clashes erupt in southwest state of Somalia. Welcome back to this edition of Dalsan TV. My name is Abdulrazak Ali. Now, the Somali government has received a shipment of medical donations from the Italian government, which will be used to support people in the city of Dalsan and the surrounding region.
The Somali government has received a shipment of medical donations from Italian government, which will be used to support people in the city of Dalsan and the surrounding region. The donation, which was shipped to Somalia on Saturday, includes a variety of medical supplies and equipment, including medicines, surgical equipment, and other essential items. The donation comes at a critical time for the people of Dalsan, who have been facing a variety of health challenges in recent months. Speaking about the donation, the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, Isaac Fanah, expressed his gratitude to the Italian government for their timely assistance.
kuma filna laakiin wax badan bay ka tari doontaa baahida hadda taagan oo deegaankaas iyo dadkii ku waxyeeloobay ka wasaaradda arrimaha dibadda ahaan iyo runtii mas'uuliyiinta kale ee dawladda ka socdaba waxaan runtii mahad ballaaran u jeedinaynaa dawladda Talyaaniga oo
He noted that the donation would help to improve the health and well-being of people in the region and will strengthen the relationship between Somalia and Italy.
You know that Italy is today here, and we will always be at Somalia's side. Is today here, and we will always be at Somalia's side.
The donation is just one of many examples of strong partnerships and collaborations between Somalia and the international community. Over the years, the Somali government has worked closely with a variety of partners, including governments, NGOs, and international organizations, to address the many challenges facing the country. In the face of given challenges, the people of Somalia remain resilient and determined, and with the support of their partners around the world, they are working tirelessly to build a better future for themselves and their families. The donation from Italian government is just one small step in this journey, but it is a powerful sample of the hope and determination that exists within the Somali people and the potential for brighter tomorrow.
Somalia's military chief, that is General Ibrahim Muhyiddin Mu'min, has inspected two different military camps in the capital Mogadishu. His inspection comes just days after suicide bomber killed dozens of military soldiers at the Jale Siyad military training in Mogadishu. Somalia's Army Chief of Defense Forces, General Ibrahim Sheikh Muhyiddin, recently conducted an inspection of the General Daoud and General Dagabadan military camps in Mogadishu. The visit comes just days after a suicide bomber targeted the Jale Siyad military training facility in the capital. The bombing, which was claimed by the Al-Shabaab militant group, resulted in the deaths of several soldiers and cadets. The attack highlighted the ongoing security challenges faced by the Somali military as it works to combat the threat posed by Al-Shabaab and other extremist groups. During his visit, General Muhyiddin met with soldiers and instructors at their training camps and reviewed the facilities and equipment available to them. He emphasized the importance of maintaining a high level of vigilance and readiness in the face of ongoing security threats, and expressed his appreciation for the sacrifices made by the country's military personnel. The general's visit also served as a morale boost for the soldiers and trainers at the camps, who are working tirelessly to improve their skills and abilities in the service of their country. The training camps play a critical role in preparing the Somali soldiers for the challenges they will face in their efforts to establish peace and security throughout the country. Meanwhile, 15 Somali Navy and Coast Guard officers have completed a 2-week security training aimed at enhancing protection of Somalia's long coastline. The training was jointly facilitated by the African Union Transition Mission in Somalia and the European Union Capacity Building Mission in Somalia.
A group of 15 Somali Navy and Coast Guard officers have completed a 2-week specialized training on maritime security, aimed at enhancing the protection of Somalia's long coastline. The training was jointly facilitated by the African Union Transition Mission in Somalia, ATMIS, and the European Union Capacity Building Mission in Somalia, UCAP Somalia. The training is part of ongoing efforts to build the capacity of the Somali Security Forces, SSF, and prepare them to assume maritime security responsibilities ahead of the exit of ATMIS forces at the end of 2024. Somalia has Africa's longest coastline, measuring 3,333 kilometers, and its security is critical to the stability of the country and the Horn of Africa region. The training covered topics such as general seamanship, basic safety, boat maintenance, radio communications, maritime law, and first aid skills. The 15 Coast Guard officers are the second group to undergo the training, following a similar program completed by 15 soldiers last month. According to Lieutenant General Sam Okaiding, the ATMIS force commander, the training is in line with the objectives of the Somali Transition Plan, STP, and the ATMIS mandate, specifically with regard to mentorship and capacity building of the federal government of Somalia institutions across all domains. The training is a key milestone for Somalia in building a strong naval force that would be significant in supporting the country's security architecture. The Crisis Management Mission will continue to train the SSF to help the country establish an efficient and vibrant security force, said Sven Lidner, Senior Maritime Advisor, UCAP Somalia. Lidner emphasized the need to continue the series of trainings, ideally every 2 to 3 months, to improve the capacity of the Somali Navy and Coast Guard, SNCG. The training was commended by Major Abdiwahid Ali Afra, SNCG Deputy Commander, who thanked the facilitators for instilling the necessary skills and knowledge in the officers. Inspector Yusuf Abdi Hersi, a participant, described the training as a game-changer in his career as a Navy officer, stating it would assist him in improving his area of work based on the topics he learned, including navigation, maritime rules and first aid, among others. The trainers underscored the importance of securing Somalia's unique coastline, which is not only one of Africa's major shipping routes, but also one of the richest in marine resources.
Now, heavy clashes have erupted between Somali forces and the militant group Al-Shabaab on Sunday near the Gulf Gadoud Burey neighborhood, which is 30 kilometers west of Baidoa. This unfolds barely a week since the Somali army retook the district from the militant group Al-Shabaab.
Heavy clashes have erupted between Somali forces and Al-Shabaab militants on Sunday near the Gulf Gadoud Burey neighborhood, which is 30 kilometers west of Baidoa. This unfolds barely a week since the Somali army retook the district from Al-Shabaab. The residents claimed that heavy artillery exchanges between the two sides occurred, with unknown casualties. After Al-Shabaab briefly took control of it last week, Gulf Gadoud Burey was retaken by Somali government forces. The conflict occurs a day after a significant operation by the Somali National Army on the border between the Middle Shabelle and Galgaduud regions resulted in the deaths of at least 100 Al-Shabaab militants. In August 2022, Mohammed launched a total war against Al-Shabaab. In the first phase, Somali forces concentrated on the central regions of Hir Shabelle and Galmudug, supporting local clans that were rebelling against Al-Shabaab. The terrorist group had seen public support deteriorate in those areas after it raised taxes on residents to make up for losses incurred from an economic downturn and natural disasters, disregarding the effects of the policy on people's livelihoods. Al-Shabaab was driven out of areas it had ruled for more than 10 years during the first stage, which was the most successful offensive since 2016. The government then launched Phase 2 in March 2023 to combat Al-Shabaab in the south. However, given the planned withdrawal of foreign troops, and the fact that southern clans haven't demonstrated the same propensity to turn against Al-Shabaab, concerns remain about Somalia's ability to hold the areas it has liberated and expand its territory.
Thank you so much for watching Dalsan TV English News. My name is Abdulrazak Ali and have a lovely evening.